Hi, my name is Kate Condon, and this is day 5 of my Tosca work experience. So it's getting kind of late, and you can kind of tell by the fatigue that I'm getting a bit tired. So it's kind of an interesting insight into this industry because it's something that I'm really passionate and I love, but you can tell all 7 of us, all the work experience girls, are getting a bit exhausted trying to juggle school and then go to 4-hour rehearsals. But it's still really fun, and today was a really exciting day. Today I'm going to talk more about the actual production of Tosca, the sets, the costumes, stuff like that. Also who we talked to today and stuff like that. So yeah, let's begin. Even before rehearsal began today, we sat down with the people that are running this program with us, and we were talking to the grade 12s about what they were going to do post-secondary. The work experience girls are 4 grade 12s and 3 grade 11s. I'm in the grade 11 category, so I don't quite have my life as planned out as the other 4 girls. But it was really interesting to see what people are going into, and everyone said that they're going into the arts or focusing on that, and I can identify with that. But it was really cool to see how this program had really altered a lot of people, and so it was really inspiring to know that, like, hey, these people are giving it a risk, and fun to know that I could be doing the same thing next year, and kind of terrifying at the same time, but that's how it works. So after we sat in rehearsal for a while, unfortunately we did not get to talk to the technical director today because it's Tech Week and everything is crazy busy, so I think we're talking to him tomorrow, which is going to be awesome. We got to talk to Tamara at one of the breaks, and she is one of the Toscas. She's the American Tosca. She is so nice and incredibly talented. She has taken so much time out of her schedule to talk to us work experience girls. We are kind of like, oh my god, you're an opera singer and you're talking to us, and it's just really, really cool. She answers all of our questions. She's very down to earth. She's very, very kind. So it's a real treat to watch her on stage and know that, like, hey, this woman was sitting answering your questions yesterday. So it was just really cool to talk to her. She has a lot of really interesting insight, and her story of how she got to this point is really interesting, and it was really cool to talk to her. And then the second break, we briefly got to talk to the stunt fight coordinator, and he actually has his doctorate in acting, so he's a doctor. But it was really interesting because in Tosca, at the end of Act 3, spoilers, Tosca throws herself off the building to evade capture. But they were telling us how they actually did that, and Tosca falls off the castle literally onto a mat that's 4 foot by 10 foot, and that would be terrifying. That's about a 5 foot drop, and I don't know, I'm 5 feet myself, so I think that would be terrifying. But they were saying there's 2 different ways you could fall if you were Tosca. You could either fall looking onto the mat or backwards, and frankly I think both would be terrifying, but I can't even imagine falling backwards. That is not an okay thing. But he was telling us about how he has to make sure that you can't just say, like, oh, we've done the stunt once, everything's going to be fine afterward. You need to have spotters, you need to make sure the mat is always in place, so there's a lot going on behind the scenes for even that specific little job, and people need to coordinate and make sure that everyone knows what they're doing so that the actors don't get hurt, because it would be extremely serious and not good if one of the Toscas fell off a building and actually got hurt. Someone was telling me a story, I think, about all the different mishaps that have happened with Tosca falling, and like one had a trampoline that she landed on and she bounced right back up, and it doesn't sound like a but I think this production is being done really safe, which is really impressive, and I'm really excited to see at the final dress rehearsal what it's gonna look like. So first off, today was the first rehearsal in the theater with full orchestra, which was really cool. We had orchestra day on Saturday last week, which was really fun, but now we really got to see the singers on stage moving with the orchestra in the pit, and it all really came together. The sets were also a lot more finished than yesterday, which was really cool to see. So you got a really good idea of what the final picture would be, and it is just amazing. Watching it build from where it was when we first came in to now, it is incredible how fast they work. I have done shows that we have had triple the time, like, 10 times the time, and we have not been anywhere near that. So the professionalism that everyone is at is truly incredible, and being around that is, again, really, really inspiring. I love the sets and the costumes and hair and the makeup and the lighting and everything for this production. Everything is so thought out to how the costumes will look under the lights, what the costumes would look like, how you can put a little spin on ours, because this is our version. It's just really, really cool. Today we had full wigs, which we hadn't had before, so it's really funny to see the people who have really like close hair and like are very like shaved and all like clean looking, wearing like the big hair and the beards, and that was really, really cool. Also, something that was kind of funny is since they have a children's chorus, it's supposed to be chamber boys in the church, but they cast girls as well. So all the girls have little wigs that kind of make them look like they have my kind of hair, and they all look so cute. But it's really cool to see that process and see the transformation, and that truly is the theater magic. So it was really cool to have that opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow because I think the sets are just going to keep improving. Unfortunately, I am still yet to see Act 3 set. Unfortunately, I've had to go home twice before we started, so I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah. As a whole, I'm finding I'm becoming very comfortable with the people at the opera and my other work experience members. I feel very included, and it's really incredible to see kind of a window into this world. Every time I like show up to the stage door or just hang around backstage, and the more I understand how it works and how each individual part gets to that point, my appreciation for each job really grows, because everything that they're doing is so incredible, and it's just it's just so cool all the time. And talking about this with passionate people who care about it and have worked so hard their entire lives to get to it is just, it's so cool. And I don't want it to be over, the experience, and I'm really gonna look into this post-secondary more than I ever thought I would, because especially the administration side, I know personally I don't want to be on stage, but I want to put on shows. So this experience has really opened my eyes. So I think it's gonna be a shorter one tonight because I need to get to bed, because tomorrow is second dress rehearsal with orchestra, and then Thursday is our first dress rehearsal with the public, which I'll be at with my friends. So I'm really excited for that, but it's going to be a busy week. So thank you again to Vancouver Opera and everyone else who's been a part of this experience. I value all the information that you have given me, and it's really, really, really been an awesome 2 weeks. So thanks, and stay tuned for tomorrow.